Yo, what is going on? Wow. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about my voice. It be fine all day. And then as soon as I start to go live or record something, all of a sudden stuff just starts jumping in my throat. Maybe it's like some nervous energy or something. But wishing you guys very happy Thursday. Um, we are going live right now on Be humble. What do you mean I'm slipping? I'm slipping already? What happened? How I'm already slipping? Those of you that are new to the Thursday Live, because we're doing this on YouTube and on X because of the success that we had on Tuesday, which is the first time we went on X. Thursday Live is, I wasn't 201. Be humble. When I pressed the live button, it was 2 o'clock. It was 2 o'clock when I pressed the live button. Be humble. I will have it. Let the record reflect. Let the record show was 2 o'clock when I pressed the live button. Be humble. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So the Thursday Live is on a different channel. This is on my Reese Waters channel, and this channel is more spiritually based, personal development, that kind of thing, as opposed to the regular channel, which is like straight hard politics. But as far as the other channel is concerned, I will say this. Put out my Bill Bar video yesterday. That was the one that I talked about on Tuesday where I almost died. While I was out here sweating, just trying to survive. That one is doing pretty well. So I'm happy with that one. Today, I have something locked and loaded on the RNC and Laura Trump, but I think I need to shift gears and talk about the protests and specifically the response to the protests. So I'm working on a piece about the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, and I'm working on another piece about Lauren Boebert going to GW. If you didn't see that, make sure you check that out. Now, as far as I'm concerned, yes, I'm sweating already. I'm sweating already. I have a fan blowing directly on me, turned on high, or as it says, power cool. I got power cool blowing right on me right now, and I have a fan above me as well. I can't possibly do any more than what I'm doing right now. All right. I do want to go to some videos. Before I do, I did have an announcement to make. So you guys recall, you guys happen to recall this little rant right here. Magazines become the new mixtapes. When did magazines become the new mixtapes? Because every single time I order something online, when I go off Amazon don't do this to me. That's why I have the patience with Amazon to look up black products when I know they specialize in everything but black products. I have the patience for Amazon because they don't have these marketing exclusives at the bottom that you got to uncheck to send me some damn magazines. When did this become the new mixtape? So you guys happen to remember that particular rant. Well, I did have an update to that on Tuesday that my wife had informed me that these magazines have been coming for a year. So I gave you that update on Tuesday. I have a further update that in the time between Tuesday and Thursday, which means this happened on Wednesday, this came to my home. This is a completely different magazine, not even a Travel and Leisure, not even an Esquire. Now I am receiving Harper's Bazaar. And it definitely has my name on it. And I probably have been receiving Harper's Bazaar for a year as well. So at this point, because, one of the things that I've learned on my spiritual journey is the universe will offer you opportunities to lean in to what it is giving you, and opportunities to resist. And you don't always need to lean into what the universe is giving you, but a lot of times when you do lean into what the universe is giving you, your reality will change, and you realize that the way that you saw yourself and the way that you saw life is totally different. So at this point, I think it's time for me to stop resisting. I think it's time for me to stop resisting these magazines. And I think that at this point in time, I just need to become a magazine person. I think that I've been beaten down, and it seems like, the younger me, high school me, as I'm going to get to going to my reunion, high school me would have been thrilled with receiving these magazines, especially dorm me that was always looking for pictures to put on my wall. So high school me would have been thrilled to get these magazines, and I think it's time for me to get back to my roots and from whence we came. Who am I? Who am I to look down on the person I used to be that used to look at these magazines with such joy? I am going to become a magazine person. I'm not sure all that entails exactly. I think I probably should get like a shag carpet or a shag rug or something in the living room. I think I should walk around in slippers like all day long. And pretty soon, and there's a lot of kids on my block, I will be known as the magazine guy. You remember you had the ice cream lady, the candy lady. I'm gonna be the magazine guy, and hopefully that has some ramifications for my kids. Hopefully they have a greater awareness of commercialism by virtue of being surrounded by magazines when they were growing up. So we'll see. We'll see exactly where that goes. We'll see exactly where the magazine goes. But I have surrendered. I have surrendered. I give up. I give up. I am surrendering to the powers that be. You got it. You got it. You got it. I thought that it was a critical mistake on my part that I forgot to uncheck the box, but really it opened up a whole new world and reality for me and a whole new life. It's going to open up a whole new life. So we'll see. There's my wife here. Not in the let me do it phase with a toddler. She can take 50 minutes. Oh, you guys having your own little conversation. I do enjoy that. Supervillain. What was Mayor Bowser's clapback? Let me know what Mayor Bowser's. I got to look that up. Thank you for sending that to me, by the way, because I haven't recorded that video yet. I'm gonna record that as soon as we finish this. So Mayor Bowser's clapback is not in the video currently because I didn't know it existed. So let me know. Put me on game, man. I appreciate you. Okay. What's that to talk about today? So I'm a little bit behind as well. Just in work stuff, I'm a little bit behind because somehow yesterday I managed to delete the folder that had all of my files in it. Like all of my recorded video, all the edited video, all of my past thumbnails. I somehow deleted it. And you might be asking, well, don't you have to confirm that? Like you send it to the trash, and then you have to empty the trash. Yeah, in my arrogance, thinking I was deleting something else, I emptied the trash. And it wasn't until, It wasn't that long. It was like 2-3 minutes later, I realized what had happened because I was looking for something in that folder, because I'm always looking for something in that folder because it's the most important folder. And so in times like that, you have to ask yourself why. I'm trying to do good work. I'm trying as much as I can to resist tyranny. I'm trying to spread joy and love. I'm trying to show the futility and the stupidity of discrimination. I'm trying to do good work. Why? 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 Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Well, one answer might be um, to open my schedule and free me up to spend more time on my magazines. That might be one right there. It might. Maybe I've been going about this all wrong. Maybe the universe is saying, no, we don't need your voice in the political sphere. We don't need your voice talking about mindfulness and peace. We need you talking about these magazines. We need you talking about Harper's Bazaar. That's one. That's one. That's one thing. Another possibility is, well, maybe it is supposed to give me some gratitude, because I definitely didn't need all that crap on my laptop. Now, I have an external hard drive, and everything before April like 18th, aside from a couple of videos that I shot a bunch of Karen videos that I'd never edited, and I shot them back in like February, and those have just been sitting on my laptop because I wanted them to take up space to motivate me to edit them. Everything other than those was copied onto an external hard drive. I have a million external hard drives. You could probably guess why. So I have a lot of my stuff was backed up, but there was an intermediate period where the stuff wasn't backed up. It was just on my laptop. Now, where do I come with the gratitude? Well, it just so happens that as you guys know, I've been, hollering at you guys about some help and an assistant, and a couple of you guys have been helping me out. Shout out to my man Kit and Misfit Toys, and shout out to my man Andy. And my editor who helps me out as well. I had 3 videos that I had shot that were in rough, like just my raw, what I shot, and that I lost. I hadn't copied them to the hard drive. They were gone. However, I had put them into Google Drive to send them to people to help edit, which meant I could re-download them off of my own Google Drive. Also, StreamYard has a backup of all my lives. I lost all my lives, like the hard version of all my lives. StreamYard has those backed up. Now I need to download those. But I was like, this actually isn't the tragedy that it appeared to be. And also I have a drive I have a folder of all the files that I've cut from lives, like all the shorts and stuff I put up on social media. If I would have deleted that, I think I would have had to start a new life. I really think I would have had to start a new life. I think I would have just cut my hair, Jada Pinkett style, and I just would have adopted a new name and transition into a whole new way of life. I couldn't continue. I wouldn't want to continue. You remember when you were a kid and something happened and you were like, I don't want it then? Like, I don't want nothing if I can't have, like, if you didn't get what you wanted for dinner, then now you don't want nothing. You know what I mean? You remember you were a kid and you would wild out, like cut off your nose to spite your face. Well, if I can't have that, I don't want nothing. That 4 decades of that. 4 decades of that. Okay, 4 decades of that. I am that to a T. If I would have deleted that folder, I don't think I would want to go on. I don't think I would want to go on. The magazine, it would become a magazine YouTube channel, and I would just thumb through Harper's Bazaar and let you know my thoughts. That's it. It will be a turning point in my life. You just make something a turning point in your life out of anger and disgust. I'm just gonna make something a turning point in my life. But again, to the gratitude, at least I didn't delete that folder. I still have my external hard drive, one of 35, and I was able to download the stuff off of Google Drive. And I said, that was as stupid a thing as you could possibly do. And I love to beat myself up. Oh, I love to. Nobody beat myself up like me. I was like, that is as stupid a thing as you could have possibly done. And it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. Now, I'm still annoyed and pissed that you did it. I'm still pissed that you did it. But if you're going to do something colossally dumb every couple months, I'll take this one. This one was not that bad. This one was not that bad. And I think I have being engaged in these kinds of conversations to thank for that. I have this channel to thank for that. Or maybe like the daily, I do a gratitude list every day. 5 things I'm grateful for. Like when I first wake up in the morning. When I first wake up in the morning, I do a gratitude list of 5 things I'm thankful for. And then I do like stream of consciousness writing just to get whatever off my brain. And then I meditate. So here, I can tell you, this is what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for my flexibility, which basically means I woke up super late and wanted to run and no longer had time to run and decided I was going to eat first and just flip my day. That was me trying to make it a positive that I had screwed up and overslept. Part of the reason why I overslept was because I spent like an extra 90 minutes trying to fix what happened last night. Like I would have went to bed way earlier, but then when that happened, I'm like, so I had to deal with that. Anyway, I'm grateful for my flexibility. I'm grateful I was able to recover most of my files. I'm grateful my shorts weren't deleted because I wouldn't have been able to get those. I'm grateful I had already uploaded the finished videos onto YouTube. That was a big one. So I have some videos that I had done. That was big. I forgot about that. So there were videos that I have on my page that are private, that are done, shot, edited, all the bells and whistles, but they're evergreen. So they're kind of there in case, something like I want to put a video out and I don't have a video, or something happens that makes them more relevant. So like I have a handful of those, right? Those are so old that they wouldn't, like, I don't think I would have kept those on. I don't think I would have moved them over because they have. So basically my system is once something gets uploaded to YouTube and it gets posted, then I put it on the external drive. So the stuff that's on my laptop stuff that's not posted yet. So that stuff's not posted yet. It would have been on my laptop. I would have had to reshoot and re-edit. Like that would have been horrible. They're already on YouTube. I can just pull them off YouTube. So there you have it. And I'm grateful for my alumni weekend, which is this weekend, which I'm sure you guys have, have been to alumni weekends and know all that entails. But I'll get to that in just a second. Be Humble said, we need a rant compilation video. That would be pretty funny. I would like to make a new compilation video because my Race of the Week compilations do pretty well. But like Street Politics or Troubled Waters compilation doesn't really, I don't think that really makes much sense. I recently saw a 4 terabyte external for $89. I believe it was Best Buy. I am like an external hard drive connoisseur. You can guess why. I am an external hard drive connoisseur. It's crazy how much technology changes. It's crazy. I remember when I first saw a flash drive. How much did this flash drive have on it? I think this flash drive, I'm going to misspeak here. So right now, they have flash drives up to 1 terabyte. Right now, that's what I'm seeing on Best Buy. That's wild. That is absolutely. So you can get 128 gig flash drive for $12 on Amazon right now. Do you realize that is bigger? That's more space than my first laptop had. My first laptop. Why I always say laptop? Computer. That's more space than my first several computers had put together. Now it's on a flash drive. You know how much 128 gigs on a flash drive? Like, and that's why when I did that, when I was talking about technology, being a young millennial in technology, because I remember like the early stages of technology, how we, I remember how we was praying for just crumbs of information. Crumbs of information. That's wild. That is crazy. 128 gigs on a flash drive. I got flash drives. I have 32 gig and 16 gig flash drives just all over the floor. Like just I treat them like pennies. 16 to 32 gig flash drive, they like pennies. If I saw a 32 gig flash drive on the ground, I don't know that I would pick it up like a penny. I probably would pick it up because I would be curious to know what was on it. Probably something that would destroy my laptop, but I would do it. I think I would do it because I think it would bother me. But if I didn't, I think it would bother me if I didn't do it. All right. Let's go to the videos. And I think what I'm going to do, because I never have time for the videos on, I never have time for the videos on Tuesdays. I think I'm just going to do that on Thursdays. That seems to be the thing to do. All right. I don't know what video this is because I don't title them, so you will find out when I do.
Just a reminder, 21% of adults in the U.S. read below a 5th grade level. 19% of high school graduates in the U.S. can't read at all. 42 million U.S. adults can't read past the 5th grade level. And half of adults in the United States can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. So, as you on social media today arguing, going back and forth with people, just keep that in mind.
I love that. I love that. Stop debating with trolls. Every time there's some sort of online dispute, you always assume that the other person is coming from the same place as you. And the fact that they don't see it the way that you see it is some sort of offense. Keep this in mind.
This is just a reminder. 21% of adults in the U.S. read below a 5th grade level. 19% of high school graduates in the U.S. can't read at all. 42 million U.S. adults can't read past the 5th grade level. And half of adults in the United States can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. So, as you on social media today arguing, going back and forth with people, just keep that in mind.
Everybody's trying to create like certain spaces and protect certain spaces. But clearly we don't have a space for people reading above an 8th grade level. That space does not exist. If that space existed, then maybe you can have these arguments with trolls and assume they're coming from the same place you're coming from. But you cannot do that. So keep that in mind. I see you guys talking about floppy disks. I miss floppy disks. Floppy disks were a terrible piece of technology. I'm sorry. They were cool. They were cool. They were so fragile. I mean, it was like handling raw data. You know what I mean? Like they were far too fragile. Like the small disk was so much better than the floppy disk. So much better than the floppy disk. I mean, they were fun to play with as a kid, but they held no space and they were far too fragile. I like it felt like it literally felt like somebody was just dropping the data in your hand.
If this was the old days?
Yeah, now, well, the thing about the old days, they the old days.
That's a big one. So Complex had posted this about the NBA playoffs. LeBron getting eliminated in the first round. I think they won one game. Kevin Durant getting swept and Steph Curry not even making the playoffs. The thing about the old days, they the old days. Ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar. And shout out to Big G from Backyard, who played Slim Charles in The Wire. That's a big one. You got to keep in mind, like, I love to make the way that things are the way they've always been. Like, I will back engineer history for your ass. Like, I really will. You know what I mean? I really like, you look, and since this was talking about the NBA, we keep it in the context of the NBA, right? So my slowness in adopting new realities and different realities, the fact that, you know, these teams haven't been good all year. Oh, well, just wait to the playoffs. I mean, it's not like any of them went deep last year, right? It's not like any of them went deep last year, but I'm hearkening back to the old, like the last paradigm that I adjusted to. I will force forward, right? I'll pretend that we're still living in that reality until it is smashed. It has to be totally smashed. It's not an evolving thing. And, you know, maybe that's something I can keep in mind just for other aspects of my life. Sports is a great one for seeing how you process things, right? So it's very black and white when it comes to sports, right? So I pretend these old dynasties will be good well after they ain't been good. And I'm very slow to adopt these young whippersnappers and think that they are actually about something. I don't react to what I'm seeing with my eyes. I react to what my brain remembers. What my brain remembers is more powerful than what I'm seeing with my eyes. And that can be problematic. That can be super problematic. In sports, it just, you know, sports is a low stakes example. It's just it is just a way for me to see the way that my own brain works. But yes, the thing about the old days, they are the old days. You have to keep in mind that history is being made every day. Every day, history is being made. And the good thing about that, right? Like the motivating thing about that is sometimes I feel like I'm too far behind, or it's too late to start something, or what's the use because of this, that, and the other thing. When, you know, when I first had that thought that I'm too far behind and what's the use, if I would have started in earnest then, where would I be? Like I would actually be in a completely different place right now and would feel totally different about this particular task. You know, history is being made every single day, which means you have the ability to create some history every single day, right? That's the positive part of it. All right, let me keep going with the videos.
What's wrong here? Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Giveaway.
Thank you.
Something is
Okay, so this is when the husband changes his profile to a picture of the kids, and the wife starts posting motivational quotes.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you.
Something is wrong here.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh, I sometimes have wondered, like, if I just start posting motivational quotes and just see how people react to it. Like, just see how people react to me if I just start posting motivational quotes. I think taking my wife out of the timeline would be actually, that wouldn't be that hard, because you could just archive. You can just archive the photos in your Instagram feed and then just republish them afterwards. I think it wouldn't be that hard. It would just be fun. It would just be funny. I just as an experiment to see. I don't know if she would think it's funny. She might not. I kind of think things like that are funny. All right, what are y'all talking about? What about the 8-track? My first car had an 8-track player. I have never used an 8-track in my life. I have never used an 8-track in my life. Growing up, we had a Ford Escort with an 8-track. Now, what's the difference? So, functionally, how was an 8-track different than a cassette tape? Could you not fast forward an 8-track? Was that the thing? And you could fast forward a cassette tape, even though you knew if you were fast forwarding or rewinding the cassette tape, you were damaging the cassette tape some small level. Like you were actually paying to fast forward and rewind in some small way. That's crazy. But I guess that motivated artists to have to make a whole ass album. You got to make a whole ass album, because I gotta listen. If I don't want to tax my cassette tape, I gotta listen for a whole hour before I get back to this part. But then again, I guess you listening is taxing it too. So, my first car was a '92 Cadillac sedan Seville, low miles, when I lived in California. Thought I was Goldie. That's funny. All right. I love this. It's taking you a little longer because you aren't lying, scamming, manipulating, using people, or selling yourself. I love that. I love that. I love that. Because obviously compare and despair, right? I always say comparison is the thief of joy. But we do it anyway. I mean, we do it anyway. But when we do compare, keep in mind that you're not taking into account what other people may have done in order to help themselves move forward, that you're not doing. And not in a productive way. I mean, if you're trying to go about things the right way, sometimes it can take you longer. But I forget, and maybe I'll run that video on a different live. Somebody had I don't know if it was a preacher, maybe it was Kirk Franklin, who talked about microwave meals versus mama cooking the meal. And it took longer, but that's because it was something that really stuck to your ribs, and something that was really powerful, and something that was really, it was real sustenance, as opposed to something that was just microwavable. I got to go find that. It was really dope. This has no meaning to it whatsoever. This was just funny to me. It says stairs were invented in 1720, people in 1719. I just think this is hilarious. This actually started a dispute. This started a home dispute because my wife refused to believe that stairs were invented in 1720, as the thing says, because people had to have some way of getting up. And then I was thinking, well, I guess they did have the pyramids, which is well before that, and that's kind of like there you can't walk up like that, obviously, but if you can make a pyramid, the theoretical idea of stairs should be there, right? If you can make a pyramid that has levels, then the idea of stairs should probably be there. I know you guys are probably watching me on laptops. Y'all can feel free to correct that and let me know when stairs was actually invented. And then hopefully she's not listening because it's close to her showtime. She would have been right, but I won't tell her.
Attention customers, I have Brian here. He told his wife this morning that he had to go help his friend Matt put in a French drain today. The first problem Brian has is he doesn't have a friend named Matt. The second problem is his wife is now insisting that Matt come over for dinner. Brian is offering, how much you offering? Brian is offering $100 cash to any man that's willing to be called Matt for about an hour. He also says you'll get free food and beer. If interested, please come up to customer service. Thank you. Oh, one last thing. Matt needs to be able to walk with a little bit of a limp. Brian says he'll cover all the details on the way to dinner.
That was hilarious to me. That was hilarious to me. That's a funny account, by the way. That's a funny account. That actually kind of reminded me when we were on our way to vacation. They overbooked the flight and they were offering, what was it? I think it was like, was it $800? I think they were offering like $800. Maybe it was $600. $600 or $800, something like that. They were offering like $800 per ticket if you would be willing to go on a later flight. Now, mind you, there are 4 of us, but 3 tickets, right? 3 tickets. So you're talking about 3 times 600 or 3 times 800, right? And it's my wife's family's vacation. So I feel like I can't make that call, right? I acknowledged when we were told as we were getting onto the, was it 2000? Was it 2000? Okay, wow. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. It was $2,000. $2,000 per person. Now, it's her family's vacation, so I feel like I can't make that call. But it's only one day. Like one day. Like you can take the later flight that day. They're not saying you can't go on vacation. It's just gonna cost you one day. So that was gonna be $6,000, right? I acknowledged my interest. I communicated to my wife my interest, but she needed to be the one to, you know what I mean? Like, so I was hoping that she would. And she didn't. And then we sat in our seats, and I just had to say, I couldn't let it go. I had to be like, is this really a $6,000 day we about to have? Are we really about to have a $6,000 day? Because we could have had $6,000. Is everybody prepared? Child, wife. Is everybody prepared to have a $6,000 day? Because that's what needs to happen. We just passed up 6,000. I'm just saying. And she actually told me that she was interested also, that she would have done it, but I didn't show that I was as much interested in it. So she didn't follow up. So I'm thinking she needs to be the one to push this. She's thinking I need to be the one to push this. Meanwhile, both of us are interested in the 2000. Now, once I realized that, I'm sitting in my seat. I would not have been satisfied. I would not have enjoyed the flight. And maybe wouldn't have enjoyed the vacation. Who knows? That might ruin a vacation. I would not have enjoyed the flight knowing that we had lost the 6,000. So I had to ask. I asked the flight attendant walk by, and I said, "Excuse me, did anybody get the 6,000?" And she said, "We're working that out, right now. We may not need anybody, but we're working that out right now." I said, "Can you please let me know if somebody gets the 6,000?" She's like, "Oh, well, I think we have people that have volunteered." I was like, I know you got people. I just want to know if somebody got the 6,000. She was like, "Okay, I'll let you know." And then sure enough, before we took off, she stopped by and she said, "You know what? We actually didn't need anybody, so nobody got the 6,000. Thank the Lord! Thank the Lord! All right. Now I can enjoy my flight and I can enjoy my vacation in peace. Now I can enjoy my flight and my vacation in peace. Now, you might recall when we had the conversation about plane tickets that even though I was initially dissatisfied with the ticket that we ended up going with, I did not check the prices after we purchased them because I felt like just move forward in peace. Just move forward in peace and let it go. And I felt like that was growth for me. Here I am on the flight. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. No, I need to know if somebody got the 6,000. Be Humble said Reese wanted some spinners instead of family members. We could have both. Be Humble. We could have both. We will have spinners and we will have one less day of family memories, which, by the way, by like the last 2-3 days of a week-long vacation, nobody's really doing anything anyway. So we just would have lost one of them days. We would have been more enthused and excited about the beach for an extra day. How about that? How about that? Staggering is never bad. Staggering is never bad. We ended up showing up early before her sister's family, and we spent time with the grandparents, and then her sister's family came, and they were staying in the same place, and they spent time with her. Staggering is a beautiful thing. Staggering is a beautiful thing. Be Humble said, no, it's one or the other. That was the beauty of the $2,000. We could have had both. That was the beauty. That was the beauty of the $2,000. By the way, I think it's funny that nobody been able to figure out when stairs were invented. Let me see.
A picture. Dang it. Hold on. Wait, I done did something. There we go. That is too cute.
I love this because I have never known or understood what takes my parents so long to take a photo. Like I have never known or understood what takes my parents so long to take a photo. And it makes me wonder, when I talk about technology, how people relate to technology, I have said, like, as an older millennial, we're kind of like we're kind of stuck in the middle. Do I take a long time to take photos? Like, it's possible, right? Like, I look at my parents and I'm like, what is she doing? And maybe when I have been asked to take photos, because there's a couple times I've been asked to take photos, I'm nobody's first choice. And I guess that was probably first signs of aging, is I am nobody's first choice to take photos. I don't know why. I think just thinking visually, do with glasses, with the bird chest, you think we're into technology, right? I would think that I would be a go-to person to take photos. I don't get asked. My wife is asked way before me. if we're together. And I've had my parents be asked before me. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they think I'm gonna steal the phone. Like I don't understand that. I never get asked. I'm wondering when I'm gonna be with my daughter and she's gonna get asked before me. That's gonna happen. That is gonna happen. In any event, I always look at them. They probably looking at me. Okay. So she says the earliest known stairs date back to 6,000 BC, but physical evidence of stairs dating back to at least 4,000, not 1720. Kid said, I'm pretty sure stairs almost geographically appeared or inspired in early creation. Well, this is what I found to dispute all the things that y'all are saying. So funny to me. So funny. I don't know why that's so funny to me. That is so funny to me, man. That is just the funniest thing. I don't know why. You don't always know why things are funny, and that's a beautiful thing. All right. I feel compelled to talk about the reunion because that's what I named this live. Oh boy. I gotta calm down and stop sweating. So my high school reunion is this weekend. Here's my question. So it was let's see. So it was one of my big years last year, right? It was one of my big years last year. And I went to a bunch of stuff. Like they had like a golf outing that I went to. They had, I went to the big alumni dinner. We did the family event. And then I did like the class event. Like I blew out like 3-4 days last year. Okay. This is not my big year. This is not it. How much participation should I, like, how much stuff should I do? Like, it's now obviously if I was like really amped to do it, I would just do it. So clearly that's not my energy. I'm not loathing, like, I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I'm clearly not like excited, or I would just go do all the stuff, right? But and then if I was like mad and didn't want to do it, I just wouldn't do anything. I'm open, right? What's the level of participation? I'm trying to figure that out, because if you are local, but it's not one of your big years, and you just blew it out last year, like, can I chill? I feel guilty like not doing all the stuff because I'm literally right here. Like my high school is 15 minutes away. Now it's like, for instance, they got the alumni dinner tonight, right? Alumni dinner's tonight, and it's like 15 minutes away. Now, in no traffic. At that time, it's going to be like 35 and a terrible drive, like the worst 35-minute drive you ever had in your life. But it is 35 minutes. It's people flying in, right? It's people staying at hotels. Like, it's people like really doing a lot to go to alumni weekend. But again, those are probably the people that are celebrating the 10 and the 20 and the 25 and the 30 and the 40. Right? I don't know that people celebrating the 27 are flying in and doing the hotel thing. I don't think they are. I'm not the 27. I'm just saying. I don't think the people at 13 years are really blowing it out. I'm trying to figure out my level of what is appropriate. clearly I feel a little like I feel compelled to go because I'm close, not compelled to go because I want to go. I want to go to something like the one thing I do want to do, the one thing I definitely want to do is the family thing. I'm going to do that. That's tomorrow. I'm going to do the family thing, and that'll be a good time. But they got a thing tonight, and they got a thing tomorrow. Like tonight is like the whole alumni dinner thing, and then tomorrow is a Black alumni event, which I would like to go to, but I have a bit of a resentment because they started that last year. They started it last year when it was my big year. That's when they started the Black alumni event, and they made it the same night as all of the class stuff that was going on. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're making people choose between doing their class thing or going to the Black alumni event. You are recreating the OJ verdict, which happened when I was in high school, where you had to choose between your friends and your people. Like, why would you intentionally recreate that? They learn from their mistake, and so they're not doing that this year. Now it is a different night, which means it will have much higher turnout than it had last year, which makes me feel a ways because the Black event our year was effed up. The Black event our year was effed up. Now, do I lend my time and my energy to helping it be decent for somebody else's year? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I text my man Rashaka, who you probably know, because he's been on here with me before. I text him because it's his big year this year, right? It's his big year. So I text Rashaka, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I text him. I said, nah, I ain't helping y'all have a decent black joint when ours was trash. That's what I texted. I'm not helping y'all. Am I crabs in a barrel? Am I crabs in a barrel? Because I'm mad that y'all put no thought and effort into our black event? Now we learn. Now we learn. Like now we figured it out. Maybe I'll check back with y'all in 4 years. Maybe I'll check back with y'all in 4 years when I'm celebrating another big one and see what the black event's talking about then. I don't know. Y'all seem so Be Humble is clearly in favor of me going, but ain't nobody else saying nothing. Ain't nobody else saying, because the thing is, I'm also not like living alone, right? I'm also not without dependence. For me to go, I have to spend some, my wife will facilitate me going. I don't think she's going to say you can't go, but it always costs you something. It always costs you something. Even when she happily allows me to go, it means that she has to take care of the kids for 3-4 hours, which taxes her. So she's, you know what I mean? Like, even if she handles it well, it erodes, whatever patience and good vibes she got going on. So it always costs you something, right? I ain't just going, right? It's like, do I want to take the time and energy and effort to do that? Because mind you, while there's people that don't live here and they're taking the effort to come from out of town, I also got 2 kids under 3. You know what I mean? I also got 2 kids under 3. So, you know what I mean? I don't know, Be Humble. Ain't nobody else saying nothing. So I guess I'm free. I guess I'm free. I wonder how long I'm going to be able to do lives and shoot videos in this room. Like this, look at this. This is May. This is May. And I look greasy on Tuesday. That was April. What is July going to look like? What is August going to look like? I don't know. Kid said, I don't go to stuff unless I want to go. I can't support going if you don't feel it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I am also at the age, that is true. I am also creeping up on the age of not going to stuff I don't want to go to. That is a really good point. That is a really good point. 1, 2 goes a whole hell of a long way. All right. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Kid said it's going to be 115 degrees for you this summer. I remember we had our baby moon in Arizona near Phoenix, and that was in last June. At least it was dry heat, but my goodness. I mean, my goodness. Like we were figuring out the layout of the place, and they were actually giving us instructions for how to walk around and stay in the shade. And I was like, ain't nobody worry about that. Like, it's right there. I'm going. I see where it is on the map. I ain't going. By day three, I was taking the long way to stay in the shade. Arizona is hot. Try Iraq. Nah, I ain't trying. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Kids say I'm like an hour from Mexico and Texas. Oh, I got a piece for you coming out. Kid. Be humble at a permanent tan line. That's called being black. Be humble. You are a black person. That is not a tan line. People done told you wrong. People done told you wrong. All right. On that note, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Hopefully at some point, because I definitely appreciate everybody that was checking us out on X. I don't know why people can't comment, but I haven't been able to get people's comments on X. But what you can do is if you go over to YouTube and subscribe to this channel, which is Way of Waters, which, by the way, we're close. We getting close to a milestone on Way of Waters. You subscribe to Way of Waters over on YouTube. And while you're at it, subscribe to my Reese Waters channel at Reese Waters over on YouTube. Then you can comment when we go live. We go live at Reese Waters every Tuesday, and we go live at Way of Waters every Thursday at 2:00. So make sure you like the video. Thank you for the reminder, Kit. Make sure you like the video and share it. And I'll have the full update for you next week. You guys have a beautiful weekend. And be on the lookout for the Lauren Boebert and the Laura Trump videos coming out on the Reese Waters account. Much love.